2-1, but
It was 1-1 at one point.
yeah, but it was an easy game.
Yeah,
Like we weren't trying, you know. They weren't trying.
We
to
never
beat
came
Wolves.
out of second gear.
We didn't even enter first gear. We were in neutral the whole time. Just
I
going
was just
downhill.
coasting downhill.
Yeah, seriously.
You played your 15-year-old.
16, he's 16.
Oh, really? Well,
I think Marley Salmon might be.
So Arteta's done with him now. This is what I'm saying about Arteta. He just went. It's all about Arteta. He puts on Max Dowman when he's 15, and then you never see him again.
No,
he played in
he
this
played,
game.
He played.
In this game
Yeah,
against
yeah.
Mansfield Town,
To be
fair,
when he's 16,
He was
this
injured.
Is exactly my point.
But he was injured. He's been injured for like 3 months.
He does this. He does this. This is what Arteta
But
does.
you would play. You've got to look after.
He
your-
wants to beat his own record because it's all about him. It's his thing.
Yeah, but
It's
also
him.
you want to look after the young lad. And he put on Marley Salmon.
If
And Jayden Dixon.
If Liam Rossini was doing this shit, you two would be like, "Ugh."
I wouldn't care, bruv. I wouldn't even be keeping
I'm not
tabs
even
on my
thinking
man.
because he's aging men, but they're still boys. So he's not a
Asian
boy. Asian
I don't
men.
think Liam Rossini is Asian, bro.
He looks. Where is he from?
Not sure. Well, Leroy Rossini is his dad. I think he played for Jamaica maybe, or had the Jamaican tie.
Interesting.
Let me just Jamie
Yeah, pull
pull that
that
up for yourself, bro.
Pull that up on yourself. Pull that up on yourself.
Leroy Rossini.
Leroy. Oh, do you guys know Leroy Jenkins?
No.
You don't know about this? I think it was World of Warcraft. It's these guys. They're in. they're
Oh,
about to go
Sierra
raid.
Leone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sierra Leone is on the. If we imagine Africa is like this with a little nubule here, it's on
the west coast.
It's on the west coast. It's like down here.
The little African nubule.
Yeah, the African nubule.
The
is right
famous
here.
African number.
Yeah.
But Leroy
I spent a lot
Leroy
of
Jenkins.
time in the African nubule.
They're about to do a raid, and they're like trying to get hyped up to do this raid.
Leroy
and
Jenkins.
he screams Leroy
Yeah.
Jenkins and runs in.
It's like one of the most like OG like
Gaming memes,
gaming memes of all time.
You don't know this?
No, bruv. I was never a
It's a
WoW player.
It's World of Warcraft thing.
Yeah.
Did
I
you
was-
ever play WoW?
Yeah. So
You little neat.
I played. So this is actually jokes. Perfect. And weirdly, the guy who I'm telling it about is his birthday today. So
Oh, wow.
shout out Joe. It's your birthday.
Oh, man, like a
Happy
joke.
birthday.
Happy birthday,
You know
bro.
Joe. I've got his name tattooed on my foot.
Just his first name.
Just his first name,
Joe.
Joe.
Middle name.
And he has nothing to do with it. He's got my name as well. That would be weird otherwise. Joe, look what I got. He's like, bro, what?
That's so weird, brother.
Okay, I'm gonna move.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a step away from this
yeah.
relationship for a second.
But so I hope he doesn't mind me doxing this story, but it is funny. So we got a World of Warcraft trial. I think we'd watched the episode of South Park and we were like, jokes, that looks sick, let's try it out. This is when we were like 14, 15 or something. And we got this free trial and then he got a free trial. So we had 1 week on my account, 1 week on his account.
Nice.
And then ran out and just left it.
Yeah, you don't have bread at that age.
Yeah,
you
I was
can't
just
afford
like,
it.
leave it. About 15 years later, Joe told me that after that, he secretly continued to play World of Warcraft for like 2 years.
Really?
And never told me.
Why did he do that?
I don't know. I think he thought it was embarrassing or he didn't want
But
to.
you guys played together.
Yeah, but I think maybe, you know, when you're that age, maybe I said a comment like, yeah, we can't do this long term. We can't put money into this. And he would have been like,
Yeah.
yeah. And he's like secretly got his like Dark Paladin at home. Like,
He's just like, yeah, no, this is more. This is more. I would never play this, and he's just like, oh.
it was good fun though. It was a good game.
I could never get into World of Warcraft. I was more of a RuneScape guy.
Oh, really?
RuneScape, I mashed RuneScape. Like, I remember, I must have been 11 or 12, and I would call my boy Danny on the landline, and we would both have our landline phones on speaker, and we would play RuneScape together. And I'm like that because before Skype. Obviously, I don't have a phone to call him, and
Yeah.
we'd arrange. Like, I'm gonna call you at this time. We'll join this world, and I'm like, yeah, join World 300. We're gonna go do this like raid or something. We're gonna go try to do this quest, and I have a distinct memory of. Obviously, I've got no bread, and I can't pay for a membership. But in order to complete one of the quests to get a rune chest plate, you need to like defeat some dragon. And I was like, God, I think I either need to pay money or spend bare long doing this. So instead, I just dedicated my time to trying to scam someone. So yeah, really, it was really bad. I would walk around and basically tell people that I could like transfer money to their account, and all they would have to do is just give me their password. And I eventually got this guy, Dark Beast 305. I remember it so clearly because I stole his account from him.
That's horrible.
Yeah, it was really bad. I did feel guilty, but then also I was like, well, I got rune chest plate, so it's sick. So I would just get like private message back and forth, and then get them to give me their email, and then I would have the on a separate tab have the change password like set up, and so as soon as they would give me their password, I would change it to something else and log out from every account, and then I would change it multiple times so that even if they managed to somehow figure out what I've changed it to, and then I would replace their email as well
That's fucked.
and then I
You're
just
a
logged in.
fraud boy.
Yeah, it was really bad.
I was banging F from day.
Yeah,
but I
exactly.
managed to. Obviously, I got into his account and I was like gassed, and I was looking through his bank and stuff, and I was like, oh damn, he's got better stuff. This is so cool, and he's done all
His
these
RuneScape
quests.
bank, by the way.
Yeah, his
The pol-
RuneScape
if,
bank.
If
This
the
is all-
police are watching.
This is all just
Allegedly,
a game.
it's fine. It's outside of the statute.
And
of
this was like
limitations.
this was
yeah,
like
yeah.
what 13 years ago, and then I remember coming into school the next day and being like, yeah, I got this account. Like I've done that quest, which is like really hard to do, and I've got the chest plate, and then I felt really guilty for like a month, and then I just like, yeah, it's quite sick. I've just got this account, Dark Beast 305, and I was about to say something crazy about no, never mind. We'll keep
Go.
But yeah, that's my like RuneScape experience, and he had a membership on his account that he'd paid for like 3 more months, so I was able to be a member. He'd log into all the members' worlds, go into like all of these special areas,
so
train.
messed up, man.
Yeah, well, I was just a young boy.
Yeah.
I was like 12
You
years
do some
old.
Messed up stuff when you're a kid, innit?
And I didn't really understand the depth of it. And I figured in my head, there's no way this guy's younger than me. This guy must be older than me.
Yeah,
and
this is like some adult. He's probably on 300k.
yeah, he's probably making bread. And also, if you're getting scammed by a 12-year-old on RuneScape.
To be fair, it's kind of his fault. Why are you giving your password up?
He gave me his email and his password.
Yeah.
And I was just telling...
Read.
Yeah, I was just like,
Read.
you're an idiot, bro. Because he wanted more coins. It was the classic, you go to the Grand Exchange and say doubling your coins.
Oh, the classic.
There you-
Don't you know it?
But it was mad because you would... I never did that scam. The only time I scammed anybody was on RuneScape, and just I took his account from him, and that was it.
Yeah.
And then I was a good
You're
boy
not doing
after
that
that.
now, but with like PayPal.
No, I'm exactly.
Hey, do you want some
people-
real money?
Yeah, I'll load your Bitcoin wallet.
But-
over
Yeah,
there as well.
yeah.
What people would do...
The guy with the... Did you ever see that video of the guy who's a streamer and he,
Oh, yeah,
he
yeah.
quickly just accidentally goes onto a different tab and it's all his seed password.
Yeah, seed phrase, yeah.
Yeah, seed phrase, that's it. And then instantly logs into his Bitcoin wallet. Everything's gone.
Yeah, of course.
And he
Because
crashes out.
it's like
differently.
24 random words that is unique to you, and that's how you can like verify it's your account. So he flashed it on the screen. It's like a text pad, like a text edit document, and within like 30 seconds, somebody's managed to like screenshot it, take his login, put his seed phrase in, transfer all the crypto out.
Man,
Just
Some-
like
some mad opportunist, like
it's probably just watching
Hacker.
these people. There are probably hundreds of them that are just trawling crypto account, like crypto streamers, just trying to figure out like maybe at one point one of them will fuck up, and in that case,
I was thinking that, but that would happen so irregularly that it wouldn't be worth it. It would have to be
one of his viewers has just
yeah.
seen it and been like, oh, I can
Opportunistically, like-
steal his bread.
yeah.
Yeah, see, that's bad because that's actually like, I guess there's not really much difference. For
It'd be
what I
like
did.
if we accidentally
There's a
flashed
bit
up.
of difference. You saw this like thing in RuneScape. This guy's
I
like,
saw his
whole
account.
life
I saw his
savings.
account in RuneScape. He gave me his. You know what? In hindsight, I could have really fucked this guy's life up because I had his email and his
Have you still got
password.
it?
No, I don't.
The
I
day
just-
is young.
Yeah. 13 years later, he's like, somebody's logged into my Facebook.
Yeah.
But I could have like, I didn't try, but I could have like
Tried
used his
his
email. I
email,
tried it. I
yeah.
never even considered that. I was just like, getting his RuneScape account is enough for me.
Yeah, I've hit the belly. I'm good.
Yeah, exactly. I've got exactly what I need. But the other scams that would happen all the time is they'd say like doubling your money, and then you would give them like 10,000, and they would send you 20,000. Like you do, it's I don't know if you know how it works. It's like you open up a trade, so you have your trade screen and theirs, and you could see what they put in. So you'd put in 10, they'd put in 20, and then you'd accept, and then there's another screen which they introduce after to accept again. And so obviously you've now doubled your money. They're giving you 20 grand, and then they're like, okay, let's do it again, 20, and they give you 40, and they're like, cool, I'll give you 200k, and then they just dip with your bread because they tried to get you. But I would just go and do the first one and be like safe and just log into a different world, and I would just get people to just give me like 20k because they're trying to scam me, so I scammed them back.
Yeah.
But what they would do is they would put the money in, and then just before you hit accept, they remove it, so you're just sending them bread for nothing. So they would just like quickly remove it, and then obviously RuneScape clocked onto that.
And
And
that's why they put the second.
Yeah, the
accept.
second
bit,
screen.
bit of sleight of hand. It would be like if we were on a live and we accidentally just like pulled out one of our cards and like showed it for a second, then put it away, and then someone just bought something. That'd be so peak.
yeah.
That would be peak.
But that's why I'm like worried when, for example, on the stream yesterday, at one point I'd like shared your desktop to Twitch, instead of the other monitor, and I was like, for 10 seconds, I was like scanning your desktop. Is like is there any personal information? Not that we have many viewers anyway, but it's just like it's good to get in the habit of just being a bit
Yeah, for
cautious
sure.
with that stuff.
For sure.
Like, especially if you've got like any passwords or anything.
There's nothing like that on. I've specifically not done that on that laptop.
Yeah,
As soon
sick.
as we got that laptop, I was like, with the intention that this is going to become a public thing. I
Yeah,
was
this
like,
is
let's
just a
make this
phantom.
just music stuff.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And all his nudes are in a folder anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. There's
I
a
got a separate laptop
folder
for
that's
that
just
shit,
like
you know.
maths homework or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
It's just
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Mayfly, you haven't done maths homework in 16 years. Why has this folder been
You were never even good at maths.
Why has this folder been accessed like 35 times in the last 2 weeks?
Yeah,
Like,
why is it like priority? Like,
yeah,
on
don't
the
worry
desktop?
about this. Don't worry about this one.
That's
Yeah,
so jokes.
That's the. Who's actually got nudes on their computer?
Bro, not in this day and age where you can just Google them anyway. But come on, guys, we're
it's
grown.
wrong. Yeah,
we're
yeah.
on the clean and straight, narrow path. We don't do that. We don't behave like that anymore.
Yeah, not particularly.
Not particularly. Talk to
Especially
me.
during
Talk
this
to me in
time.
2-3 weeks. We'll
Yeah.
we'll have a conversation.
But I just
about
mean in
it.
general, like, are there people who do this kind of like they have it on their computer? Like, what is that about? Like your own pictures or other pictures saved onto your computer?
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's part of it for some people, right? They just like, I don't know.
I think it's a generational thing. Like the older gens probably will have the stuff downloaded and be like, oh, I can save this, and then the new gen are like, no trace. Like I don't want any. Yeah, like, I don't want anybody
I'm much
to...
more of like a physical content kind of guy. So I've got like Polaroids just at the
I
end.
thought you were gonna say like magazines. It's like, damn, that's the.
Like a printed out book, like
yeah, like just a flipping, just go
to Snappy Snaps and
Yeah,
like, can you make me this book? And they're like,
One time, I used to work in a pharmacy, and part of the pharmacy service was that we developed photos for people. And somebody came in and was like, "Yeah, develop these for us," and it was like the weirdest shit.
Really?
Yeah. It was like weird, kind of like artsy nudes, but it was very, very strange. It was like proper booky stuff.
Can you describe in great detail?
What? What's wrong with you today, bro?
No. I just want to know, like,
Calm down.
what kind of arty?
We the RuneScape thing is putting him back into his horny
Yeah,
little boy
I'm like a
days.
13-year-old boy
Yeah,
again.
what the
like,
hell?
What kind of arty?
What
dude?
tell me? Describe it.
Yeah, but it was bare weird. And I was quite young at the time as well. Like
You must have
I
been
was
just
like
what the
15,
fuck?
16. So I was like, this is bare
Well,
weird,
because
man.
they just don't think that anyone's actually going to go and develop it. They think it's just like you just put it in the box.
Yeah,
Put it in the
and
machine and then the bits just come out.
Whereas it's like a human has to put
Yeah,
it in the
exactly.
thing.
It was very strange. Jokes though, because we're talking about like RuneScape and World of Warcraft, and then Dark Beast 305. Didn't we play a different game, like some sort of dark something? It was like you type
Dark
things
Worlds. It was like
in. Dark Souls or something. I can't remember what it's called.
Okay, I'm picturing the website.
Yeah, and
it's
you,
like
you get miners.
it's like
and
attack. It's like attack and defense, and then you would raid other people, and it's all like you're navigating through different accounts. It's like a green and black aesthetic. Oh my god!
We'll have to look at it after. But I never got.
OG game.
It was like
games.
I would mash that, and you would spend like over time you would.
It was
like,
kind of like
overnight,
an
you would-
idle game.
Yeah, it was like idle overnight would be mining something, and then somebody would like raid your account, and you'd be like, "Fuck, they've just destroyed
Oh,
my
so
thing."
it was online.
Yeah. And
Oh,
then you'd
sick.
be able to join like clans and raid other people. Oh,
I
my
remember
goodness.
because my cousin put me onto it. Man like Os.
Really?
Yeah, he was.
How is he? Is he good?
Yeah, he's good, bro. He's good. I actually need to catch up with him. Post age, we'll do a little link up.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say is I never really got into the World of Warcraft and even the RuneScape. Like I played it a bit, but not really. I was one of these flash games kind of guys.
Yeah, what the mini clip stuff.
Yeah, like that stuff. Stick RPG.
Yeah, that's sick.
Sickest game. And
That's
then
sick.
I was thinking the other day, did you guys ever play Motherload?
Yes.
The mining one, where
Yeah.
you're on like Mars or something.
No,
Yeah.
but that's funny you say Motherload because that was the cheat code for unlimited money in The Sims.
Yes.
Motherload or Rosebud.
Sick.
Just get bare P. Anyway, Motherload.
Yeah, it was too sick.
It's
bruv.
just like a little flash mining game where you're this like little robot mining rig, and then you would go down, and then you could see the different like ores, and then you would get hit like capacity, or you would run out of fuel, and you need to fly up and sell it, and then upgrade all like your hull and your fuel cell, and then your mining thing. then
there was a bit of a storyline to it as well.
Yeah.
Like there was like an underlying kind of story going on, and they
which
got
is
me.
actually booky. If you deep the story, you were mining for a guy called Mr. Natus, and eventually it turns out that it's Satan because it's obviously backwards. Natus, Satan.
Everything is inverted.
And so you get to the bottom of the thing, you get to like the core, and it's the devil.
And
Or
then you have
the center of the earth.
yeah, and then you have to
basically.
fight him and like defeat him, and you get like a
Predicted programming. Bro.
yeah. It was mad.
Mr. Nators.
Yeah, and
so
he's like,
weird.
"Oh, you've hit this certain depth. Like, here's 100 grand." And you're like, "Oh, thank you so much." And also there was
You
like
sold your soul.
artifacts. There was artifacts. There was like dinosaur bones. There was like Egyptian relics and stuff.
yeah, it was
Both of those things are so intertwined with that.
Yeah,
Fucking
and it's
hell.
just, and then you get to the bottom, and it's literally you're fighting the devil.
it was mad.
I was like, what the
I
fuck?
played a more light-hearted, nice game called Grunts. Have you
Grunts?
ever heard of Grunts?
No.
I feel like there's so many of these games which only I had. Like, I think it was from... do you remember the Early Learning Centre or Fun Learning?
Yeah.
I think it was Fun Learning. Early Learning Centre was like the really kiddie one, but Fun Learning was like...
You're a bit grown now.
You're a bit grown. You're like 11 years old. It's like, look at this bouncy ball. It's got a shark. It's got a shark in it. Do you know what I mean? And like, I was like playing like the older games now, and like Grunts was one of them. And I played this game so many times, completed it so many times. It was just like a little kind of puzzle game, and you need to work out how to. You go and get this particular thing and put it on. I'll have to show you guys because it
Was it like a physical thing?
No, it's a computer game,
Okay.
but it was like a disc. It was like it
Oh
wasn't
my God,
online. It was like
yeah.
you put a disc in, and I had loads of games like that. Like Grunts, me and my sister used to play it all the time, and it was jokes. I think it's the kind of game where if we played it now, we'd find it jokes still.
Yeah.
But do you know why that is though? It's because, and it's kind of the same with music. Back in the day, because you had to have a physical thing like a CD, and you had to buy it, there was so much effort that went into making it like something good, like something
Yeah.
that people would actually care about, and every detail was thought of. And it's like, okay, someone's going to spend money on this, and I'm invested in this thing now. So it's like I'm putting the CD into my computer, and I can only play this game.
No, exactly. It's like I'm gonna rinse this completely.
Yeah.
Same thing, like you said, for music. You'd have those albums which you knew back to front. I had a Walkman where I listened to like Demon Days by Gorillaz or Late Registration or any of these like over and over again.
Yeah, because it's like, okay, I'm taking this one CD with me. This is all I can listen to today. You know, I don't
Yeah,
have
it's actually
I don't
nice.
have the unlimited choice. And when you're buying, I think that's why music was probably better back then than it is now, because the artists knew that they had to, every track had to bang because someone's going to spend money on this and they have to be invested in this project.
Yeah.
Even when it went to like the iPod, the original iPod only had like 100 or 1,000 songs that you could have.
had to
And
be
then
selective,
the iPod Shuffle is like 240 songs, and you can't, there's no interface. So you have to know like the order of the songs as well, so you can know what to find. Now it's just like so saturated in it. You know, we can release a song, we can drop a song in a week, and it's out there now.
Everybody just has access to it.
There's no, it's limits is what makes shit sick.
Yeah. Supply and demand, isn't it?
And now because everything's unlimited, it's peak.
Yeah, and it also, like, it's a shame that, I mean, Adele spoke about this a little while ago, that the album is just being completely lost, and the whole, like, people don't have the bandwidth to even listen to an album anymore, myself included. I'll just be like, cool, I'll just listen to the bangers. Oh, I like these. Sometimes it's like, on first listen, okay, I like these four, I'll put them in. And I'd never go back to the album.
Yeah, I
Like,
don't
these
go
are my
back.
4 songs from that album,
Yeah.
even though there might be another one which I actually really love.
Yeah.
It's just there's too much stuff.
You
It's
don't
overwhelming.
give things the like opportunity to grow on you.
Yeah.
It's like it has to make an immediate impression, or I'm just gonna skip. And even within the song, in the first like 20 seconds, 30 seconds, you're like, I don't really fuck with it. I'm just gonna go to the next one because you're there's almost this like urge to just get through things. I need to get through this to then get to the next thing to get through it, just so I'm. I
It's
need
just
to consume-
overwhelming. It's just too much choice.
I just need to consume as much as possible.
Yeah.
And then you get to the end of the day and you're like, well, I listened to like 4 albums today, but I really only listened to like 10 songs. And the rest of it, you can't even recall
and then
what they
never
were
go
like.
back to them.
Yeah.
It's like my friend is Russian, and he grew up in Moscow up until sort of the age of like 8 or 9, I think. And he used to have this TV, and it would have like 1 channel, 2 channels on it. whatever was on it, he was glued to it. He would just watch the most random film. Glue. Someone say glue. He would he'd just be like, whatever it was, he would just be like, oh my God, this is amazing. Now he says he's got Netflix, he's got Prime, he's got all these things. He can't find anything to watch.
Yeah.
It's mental. It's like, it just goes to show, like, we're so spoiled, and that's where our dopamine is being ruined and all this shit. Like,
Well, even from like on that point, like from a marketing perspective, they did this like test or this study where they went and it was like jam. You might have heard of this one, where it's like if you go into a shop and there's all of these different flavors of jam, because there's so many options, you're overwhelmed and you don't buy any of them. But if there were only 4 flavors, you're much more likely to make a purchase. So it's about
I think I've heard this, but with jeans. It's like if you go into a shop and there's only one pair of jeans to buy, you're probably going to be more inclined, or like 2. It's like you can get straight leg or slim fit. You're going to, okay, well, I'll just make a choice between these 2. But if there's like a million choices, you're going to be like, I don't even know where to begin here. So I just won't buy it, like you said.
yeah, and I think that's the problem now. It's like because from the capitalistic perspective, it just favors people to churn out as much content as possible. It's then diluting everything so much, and then people don't know what to do. Like people don't know what to listen to, and I think that's kind of why, like for example, with Fake Mink, we've spoken about this before. So like, as somebody who's never really listened to him, what am I going to go and listen to? There's so much music out there to go and pick from. Whereas there's artists who used to just drop one album, and the album would come out every like 3 years.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, cool. Well, even over a 15-year
Like Frank
career,
Ocean.
I can
that's
go and
so weird. I was thinking about him.
yeah, you can go and listen to that specific thing and be like, yeah, this is sick, and I can consume it properly, and it also feels like it's been curated well.
Yeah.
Like there's no
You can see
skips.
the evolution of the sound. Like they drop one project and then you don't hear from them. They're not in the public eye. And then
Creates a
2
buzz
years,
as
exactly
well.
2 years later, 3 years later, they're like, cool, I'm coming back. There's like a new world being built with each project, and you can hear the evolution of their sound. But nowadays, I don't think you can do that, because if you make it and drop one album, and then, for example, let's say we drop ABP, and then we decide we're not going to drop anything for 3 more years, and we just ghost off the face of the earth, like people will just move on to the next thing, because there's a million other people to choose from. They're like, right, well, I want to connect with the artist or the brand that I can like view content from them every single day, and I can like watch them on a live stream and listen to their music and listen to like a pod, and that's what people are craving. On the flip side, there is a shift towards the analog. There is like, I think in our generation and even a bit younger, and even with like tax, for example, there's this idea of like doing no socials and like locking in. Like there is a new wave of people who are realizing that what the world is pretty fucked. And so we need to have real life experiences.
Because I was thinking of this guy, this kid who is like, bless him, he's doing his thing as well. But it's like there's a balance to be struck, because you got this 14, 15-year-old kid who's like, he's like, right guys, I'm up, it's 4 a.m, I'm ready for my gym session, and he's got one of those boards, and I'm having my grass-fed beef and my natural pasteurized milk and some organic cheese and some blueberries all on this board, like he's seen done. And bless him, he's like this skinny little boy, like, and it's like, bro, just go out and play. I mean? Just go and do your thing.
You
don't have to be a man yet.
Yeah, there's this, again, it's this, we need to optimize everything. Like, from a young age, if I can lock in and get this routine. But actually, part of it is just fucking up and just going out and living naturally and doing what comes natural to you. And then after 6 years of doing that,
mistakes and
turning around and going, what do I regret about this? Okay, how can I make it better? Because it's like, you need to optimize, because we've only got a certain amount of time, and I don't want to waste my time. It's like, well, if you're having fun, you're not wasting it.
Yeah.
If you're enjoying your life, it's not a waste. But then you're like, but there's like a 16-year-old, I'm 20, there's a 16-year-old who's already ahead of me in this space. And it's like, but is he enjoying his life? Because some people do these things just for the sake of it, because they need to be successful or they need to achieve something. If you're not having fun along the way, what's the fucking point? And it's exactly like this poor little kid eating. I think I know the vibe you're talking about.
He'll probably get to a point where he's like, you know that classic not suppressed. repressed childhood, and then you go to university and you just go off the rails.
Yeah, yeah,
It'll
yeah.
probably happen to him as well, where
That's
it's like
true.
he's been so locked in for so long, and he's like, you know what, I'm just gonna do some heroin.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like
yeah.
I'm just gonna.
Yeah,
I'm
but
just
it's this
gonna get
kind
on
of
it.
world where you step into a new place and you're like, hang on a second, none of you guys were also doing this wave. Like you guys were just having fun, and then you'd feel like I've just missed out on so much.
Yeah, but
I need to make up for lost time by doing a load of heroin.
I do think that yeah.
Don't do heroin.
Don't do
guys.
that, guys.
Yeah.
I do think that it like speaks to kind of a wider concern of mine, which is that everyone's just becoming clones of each other.
Yeah.
Like I think I do worry about the future, and when these kids especially are like our age, for example, I think there's going to be so little individualism because everyone has the same.
Interesting though. Well, you mentioned individualism because what you mentioned earlier on our walk.
Yeah, yeah.
How does that tie to? How does what you said earlier tie to what Mayfly just said?
Well, okay, so there's two kind of warring concepts here. So the initial concept we were talking about when we went on our walk today was that a human of, let's say, 500 years ago, the concept of individualism, or maybe not 500 years, like 1,000 years ago, the concept of individualism or money or nation state just didn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
So these are things that have been like impressed on us as modern humans, which is true. But then on the flip side, you're talking about how culture is like homogenized to the point where there are no individuals. When I say individualism, it doesn't mean that we all have different personalities and we're all individual people.
yeah,
Like that's cool. It means that it's like the opposite of living in community. Do you know what I
You
mean?
live
It's like
purely for yourself.
exactly. It's like a every man for himself. It's a very self-centered way of looking at the world because we've stretched things out to the maximum. So like Dunbar's number is 150 people, and that's basically the apparent maximum number of people that you can truly form a connection with and know. And that's why humans used to have these kind of small communities of that many people, because you can account for everyone. You know, okay, everybody's pulling their weight. These guys are doing their work. These guys are looking after the kids. Everybody's got their role. And these men are slacking? Like, let's make sure these guys aren't slacking. When it gets bigger and bigger and it becomes like villages and towns and cities and then countries and then fully global because we're all on the internet, there's no like accountability. It then just becomes every man for himself.
Yeah, they did this test.
can hide.
They did this test.
You can
with,
hide, exactly.
They did this test with someone, like a social experiment with a woman who's like pretty much looks like she's just dead on the floor, like bleeding out, like whatever. They put her in a place where it was like a smaller community, still a public place by a train station, but loads of people stop. Are you okay? You're good. They did the same thing in Liverpool Street. Not one person stopped because there's this lack of accountability. It's like, well, I'm just in this rat race. There's like so much.
Well, somebody else will sort out.
Yeah,
So it's not my
exactly.
problem. Somebody else will do it.
But it's almost more that you lose a sense of like what it is to be human. You feel so desensitized in this place. You feel so part of this rat race that it's like you lose your morals at some point.
Yeah, you feel like so isolated. You're surrounded by so many people, yet you feel so
alone,
isolated.
yeah.
Like you're so alone. And I think just off the back of that, I can't remember the name, but I think it was in New York. There was a woman who got like murdered in between two apartment buildings, and she was apparently screaming for help for like hours. And they interviewed and knocked on all the doors and like, did you hear anything last night? People were like, yeah, I think I did. Somebody was shouting, like, was everything all right? And like 90% of people heard something, but just didn't do anything because the assumption was someone else will sort it out. It's not my problem. Like, I don't have to deal with it. Whereas when I went to like Bourton-on-the-Water, like if somebody was in the street, bro, there's like a 500.
Scrig on pimp.
When I was in Scrington on Pub, it was like, or Gamley on Gruff. It's like these places, like
Blumpton up on Plib.
yeah, Plibly. It's like there are all these. There's like 500 people. That everybody, like you say, everybody knows everybody. If somebody was screaming on the street in the middle of the night, everybody would come out and be like, "What's going on?" Because it's so like unnatural. It's such a weird thing to experience. But because we're in central London and there's so much going on and there's like loud noises all the time, you just kind of, like you say, you desensitize to all of it. You're like, it's fine. Like I've seen somebody passed out on the street before. They're probably drunk. Like I don't want to get involved for fear if I get involved, somehow I'm going to be implicated in something way worse. Yeah. So again, everybody looks out for themselves.
It was like that I told you about the homeless guy, which I gave some money to recently, who was just crying his eyes out
Yeah.
on London Bridge High Street.
And nobody.
No one was looking at him, stopping anything. They were just like, oh, and just
Yeah.
literally just said to him, like, "You all right, bro?"
Yeah, like what's happened?
This is a human being right
Yeah.
here. You know what I mean?
You just lose that sense of. Yeah, I guess also even just like the type of buildings that we live in, where you're just like.
This is what I was gonna say. So it's ironic that we live so close to so many people. Like we're in a block, yeah, and there's like what, probably 100 people who live in our specific building, and we don't know any of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then,
And wouldn't say hello to them either.
yeah.
Yeah,
Saw them.
yeah.
Like some of them I do, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
most people.
But they're
just, like,
also trying to air you. I'm
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
when we first moved here, and I was like trying to say what
Yeah,
I want to a
yeah,
few
yeah,
people,
yeah,
and
yeah.
like, but now people are just airing us. It's only the little Korean family across the
Yeah,
road that
they're
I'm like,
sick.
I always say hey
Exactly.
to.
They're
Yeah.
very cute.
But then in these villages where people might be like half a mile from the next house, they know everyone.
Yeah.
They like say hello to everyone. So it's weird because it's not about
Yeah.
distance. It's like almost a sense of community, and because there's too many people, the sense of community is like totally stripped away.
It's exactly that. It's exactly what we're talking about. Yeah, that's mad.
Which is why stuff like I'm glad that they decided to get rid of neon.
Oh, the line.
The line. Do you know
In
about
Saudi.
this? In Saudi, they were making
Yeah.
making that city.
Did they?
Yeah.
They've scrapped it.
They're
It's gonna
converting
bec-
it into an AI data center for something for like
Oh,
compute,
God.
and it's like, you know what? That honestly might be worse. It's like go back to building like this self-sufficient like walking city or whatever.
Yeah,
But
15
was it
minute
just
cities.
like a really long, like, and it was like glass, like
Yeah.
metal sort of.
Yeah.
I think the concept was they were going to put everything on a straight line so that it's just like you can instantly get wherever you need, and it's just like 15 minutes to go wherever you need in this like city, and it has everything.
Yeah, but it's like Dubai. It's like you're losing so much of natural human instinct, which actually improves your day-to-day mood. For example, like it's not even a case of like it's more simple for me to go for a walk, for example. It's like the way the city is built in places in Dubai with like motorways everywhere. It's like you literally have to get an Uber
Yeah.
from place to place. You
Yeah.
can't walk, because what are you going to do? Walk across like a motorway?
Yeah, it's like in the US that conceptually they don't even understand what it is to like. I'm just gonna go for a 20-minute walk to the local shop.
Oh yeah,
like
people
that doesn't
find that weird.
that
yeah.
doesn't exist.
Everything's location to location.
It's like I'm gonna drive 35 minutes to the next area where there is now a whole bunch of stuff to do,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
drive back to where we live. Have you seen the picture of? I think it's the Dodgers Stadium. It's like the stadium is like this big, and then the parking lot around it is like 5 times the size of the stadium,
Yeah.
and it looks mental. And that's just how it works. Like most of the real estate is just for cars to park.
Well, the
Yeah.
the reason why though is because like these countries, so the UAE is a relatively new country,
What, 40 years, 50 years?
right? Since they've started industrializing it. The US is also a relatively new country. It's like 200 years old or whatever it is. But then places in the UK, for example, are like 1,000 years
like
old.
Crumpton on Scrigg. That's like
Yeah.
The oldest,
where they just had
oldest
horses.
pub in the world.
Yeah, bro, that's where I was. There was the oldest pub in the country.
There's so many pubs which claim that. by
But
the
I
way.
googled it, and they were like, it's between these two,
That's pretty
this one and
impressive.
this one, and there was like apparently a wall in this pub that they could carbon date to like the 1200s or something. I'm like, these men were getting
which is
murdered.
mental because there's like universities here that
Yeah.
are older than their entire country
Yeah.
in the
bro.
US.
Bro,
And
we've got like Coke cans or bits of rubbish which are older than the US.
Yeah, facts.
It's mental. And back then, obviously, we had no cars. So the cities were built for either horses or people on foot.
Yeah.
But then when you make these new countries, we have cars already. So it's
Yeah.
like they're built with cars in mind.
Yeah.
And the whole way it's set up is just totally different. And again, it's just more and more separation of people, less and less community, more individualization, which is just bare weird. And I think that's why people feel like sad and depressed and messed up. It's definitely one factor. There's so many factors. Like
Yeah,
obviously
yeah, let's
just
not-
environment and food
That's a new pod.
and
Yeah,
blah blah
yeah,
and all of this.
Why are people depressed?
It's just like
upstairs.
yeah, it's 17-hour
Yeah,
episodes, but
yeah.
we're just
By the end, we're just
yeah, I was like, yeah,
crying.
literally, we're just on the floor. Like, oh, I
Should
don't
we
get
just
it.
pack this in?
But like, I think for me, I would love to move to a place that is catered towards being on foot more. Like where we are now is actually it's a pretty good balance, but it's just like the weather is quite shit, and like I would love to live for 6 months, 12 months, like
Barcelona.
yeah, like a place where
Barcelona's
there's a
number
beach.
one for that. The way it's laid out for walking.
Like
is
yeah,
unreal.
just I like being on foot most of the time, not having many cars around, being by a beach or like in nature more. As I'm getting older, I'm like these are the important things. Like I never used to understand why people older than me would be like, right, we've just had dinner, let's go for a half an hour
Yeah,
long
we
walk.
used to. I used to say this.
I used to be like, why? This is what a waste. I'm just gonna go and play RuneScape. Like this is so cool. But now I'm
I
like,
need to go kill Satan on Monday.
yeah. But now I'm like, oh, it is so
Mr.
nice. to just
Natus.
get out. I can't believe I didn't clock. It was
Yeah, that's
Mr. I remember the
crazy.
first time that
Yeah.
plot twist hit me. I was like, oh,
Like Mr.
my-
Krabs being
Yeah, it's like, oh wait.
I mean, we were kids, bruv. Like, we were kids. We didn't really clock stuff.
But that stuff is definitely like programming.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep.
100%.
Do you remember the game? Maybe this is because you guys are a little bit older than I am, so maybe you don't remember this one. But it's the game where you were on Raft Wars, where you were like these little kids and you'd be on like a little dinghy and you'd be fighting somebody else, and it was one of those ones where you have to like angle your shot and try hit them, and then they would fire back.
Nah.
You try and murk them off. You don't
Sounds
remember
like
this?
tanks.
Sounds like Worms.
Yeah.
Oh, Tanks was lit.
Yeah.
Do you remember Worms? Though?
Yeah,
Worms
Worms.
was like the go-to
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
That was sick.
Worms.
Back to games.
Yeah, just.
By
always
the
back
way,
to games.
I don't know what we're doing for the rest of the day, but I'm going to be playing games tonight.
Yeah.
bruv.
Sounds sick.
Then we've got a puzzle. Let's do. You guys want to do a puzzle?
Yeah, we
Whatever.
can do. You're
Computer games.
Oh,
Late-
during COVID, this is peak.
It's so jokes, yeah, because Lath can't really see color. Like he can see color,
can
but
see
there's
colours.
some colors that
Let's
he
do
can't.
it. What color is his shirt?
Yeah, so this is peak because like it's.
Oh no, I know what color that is.
Yeah, I don't know though. I don't know. It's between like 4 colors in my
Tell
mind.
me.
So it could be grey.
Yeah.
It could be like some sort of brownish color.
Yeah.
It could be like silver, like a silvery color, or
Yeah.
it could be like a greeny color.
Okay, so all of them actually. Then it's not too bad.
Listen, we won't tell you what it is. Comment down below.
Yeah.
what color
What do you
think
think?
his
it is?
shirt is.
Yeah. If
But like,
you're on Spotify,
when I
head
put
over
this
to the
on,
YouTube.
and it was a bit dark when I first bought this in at Uniqlo, I thought it was brown. And then I wore it, and somebody said that's really nice. That green looks good on you, and I said
Green.
green needle. I was like, oh shit.
That's jokes.
We used to take this out of my dad because he used to think our cat was green. I was like, green, bro. A cat. Like, I get it for a jumper maybe, but you know that a cat can't be green.
Yeah,
No,
maybe
it's
there's one of these new cats.
But anyway, let me tell you about the puzzle thing. So
Oh,
because Lath finds it quite difficult to see color, I don't think about it because obviously I can see color, yeah.
I can
But-
see color.
But during COVID, we were doing a puzzle and it was like the pyramids of Egypt or whatever. So most of it is like sand color,
Yeah,
and then it's the sky, which is all blue. And the way he would help is he'd do it by the shape of the puzzle
That's how I did
piece.
puzzles.
Really?
Yeah.
He like tries to find the nubule that fits
I
with
would,
this
I would,
nubule.
I would look at it and see like this one has got like a one nub and then an in nub, and then
And
so
he's
I would
like
look,
trying to stick like a blue neck right next to it. It's like,
so I would
they're
just
the same shape.
so the,
Trust
way,
me.
so the way that I
You're
would
like,
do it is
bro.
Zaid and my mum would be doing it, and then when they'd stop, I would obviously they would group them together by color. So I would be looking at it and I'm like, this is absolutely useless. It's all the same. So I would regroup them together based on shape. So I'd have like, okay, now I'm looking for one that's got a left arm and like a little gap. And then I'd find all of those and put them together, and I would just try them one by one until it fits perfectly. And I'm like, yes, sick. Or I would just do the border. That's easy. I could do the border.
Yeah,
So
everyone can just do
jokes.
the border.
It was peak. You picked the worst one. It was like 3,000 piece puzzle, and it's just a
Pause.
pause, and it's just yellow and blue. That's it. It's just
It
different
was
hues.
it was a sick puzzle though.
My old housemates, they really like puzzles as well. And one of them they did was pretty much just black.
What?
The whole thing. Like
Yeah.
it was like difficulty level 1,000. I was looking at it like I wouldn't even know where to start here, honestly. It was like black and grey. It was like
Yeah.
it was the Dementor in Harry
Oh,
Potter
okay, sick.
on a black background.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Very cool. I
You're
would just
like,
be
where
cooked.
did they go?
But I would still be able to do it.
But I
just
think
because
yeah, Lath's ability to do that puzzle would be as good as ours basically because
Yeah.
it's basically all the same color anyway.
Yeah, I
so
mean,
now
my
you'd be
ability
cooked.
would be looking at it and going, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, I
And
can't be
then
asked.
giving it to Lath.
And then I would just do it based on shape. The shape technique actually worked really well.
I'm sure it did.
If anything, it's just as fast as the color technique. because there's only a few combinations of the.
Yeah, look, it's a different way of doing puzzles.
It's obviously not as fun.
I'll give you that.
It makes it way more just like apply this process.
Yeah.
That's why I've always been like kind of technically minded, because it was always just like I can't do the thing in the same way that you guys can do it. So I'm gonna have to apply a whole new
Framework
to it.
That's
yeah,
sick.
it's sick until you're there.
No,
Like
it's good. It's good.
It's
like-
a different approach, which is useful because some people will be looking at the problem all in the same way, and then you've come at it from
from the
left
wrong way. you guys are all looking at it like, we need to figure out this code. It's some sort of color code, and I'm like, guys, it's so easy. It's all the same thing. Like, okay,
Yeah.
let's go do this.
They're all
thing.
the same. Don't worry.
Like when we were doing the escape room, not the most recent one that I did, but like a few back. There was one where you had to like match up colors. I was fucked. I just did trial and error. I just did trial and error.
Yeah.
I was like, this one and all of these. I couldn't. Okay, this one and the next one, all of these.
What colours are here? Do you think? Like what's like they're 3 different colours, by the way.
This, and this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This is red. This is blue, and this is green.
Nice.
You're fine, bro. You're just lying to us.
No, but I think it's because these are like quite distinct.
These are
kinda like
primary strong
vibe.
colors, but
Yeah.
like
Well, the top 3 are primary. These are primary.
Yeah, green is a secondary color.
this and this are the same.
These
Yellow. No, they're primary.
This and this
colour.
are the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're
And your mother
but
and
green-
father.
Nice.
But
Yeah.
blue, red, and yellow are
Yeah, the
primary
primary
colours,
ones. Where it gets confusing for me is if it's like a little bit dark or it's not
Oh,
as
my eyes are tired.
yeah,
It's been
or
a
I'm
long
like
day.
tired. But like if you would like, for example, that
There's
I'm
a
I'm
lot going on there.
cooked.
Yeah. I
Like,
get
For
that.
everybody on audio platforms, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well,
For
this
what's
is
going on
If
right
you
now.
want to go to the YouTube, it's free. Like you can go and give some color context.
yeah, you can color the video with
with context.
with yes.
With the context.
But like that all those butterflies, I'm like the bottom one in the middle, I genuinely don't know. I would just hazard a guess that it's like some sort of brown and just hope that it's
Yeah, well, I would probably agree. It's mainly orange.
Do you still have those glasses?
yeah.
So I bought him the glasses that allow him to see color.
Really?
Yeah.
Was that like? Oh.
It was pretty sick. But then after a while I'm just like I don't want to wear these all the time just to like live my life.
Yeah.
And then when you take them off, well, you have to put them on and you have to like, it takes 15 minutes for your eyes to adjust. Then when you take them off, it's fucking weird. Because like, obviously your eyes have adjusted now and then they're adjusting back. So it feels like I'm losing my sight. I'm like deteriorating. I'm like, no, come back. I like to see them. And I didn't want to wear them all the time. So I just would like, just not.
Yeah, but I think it'd be cool on like certain days if you go for like a nice walk and you want to read, you see the stuff. Or like it's a nice summer's day, you're like, let me rock these.
We get
Yeah.
tripping.
Like,
Yeah,
for example,
exactly.
in that Digital Mystics, I genuinely don't know if it's grey or pink.
Pink.
Okay. Well, it
It's
could,
like pinky purple.
it could have been either.
Nice. What about that?
Blue and red.
Yes. Well done.
Nice.
Good.
See, but I could have easily gone green.
I realise
You're going green, but
Yeah,
you
yeah.
done
Exactly.
well.
I could have easily gone green.
I'm greening
the
out.
question just makes you go.
I'm
Like,
greening out.
I
like-
realised on the live before we go, you go, bro, do I look green? I
Yeah,
realised that's why you always say
yeah,
that.
I look like I see my skin color as different to how you guys see me.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
hope
yeah.
I look sickly all the time,
No, you look handsome.
and
man.
you guys are like, no, it's cool. You guys look epic. That's very good.
With the games thing, something which I was thinking about is how much of a shame it is that kids now don't go out and do all the outside games that we used to do as
Yeah.
well. You know, like playing like so much football, even if you weren't good or whatever. It's
Yeah.
just like all those outside games or imagination stuff where you had no other choice. It's like
I think they probably still do at school though, like at school, but like
begrudgingly.
After school was like, that's when we would be like, cool, we're gonna go across the road and like kick ball for like 4 hours in the
Whereas
park.
now it's like I need to go home.
I need to
and
go
play
home and jump
Fortnite.
on Fortnite, yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I remember at school we play like Bulldog and like
Mm.
tag it, and like freeze.
You are American.
Yeah, but it's because I just recently saw an ad for that film, Tag,
Yeah.
and so it's in my head.
But
Jeremy Renner. And...
not just using this one instance.
No, this
Jeremy
one
Renner
instance.
I don't like. I've got a weird feeling about that guy.
He got like run over by the snow thing. Like
What?
there was like
In the film?
No.
Or in real life?
In real life, he got.
What's the snow thing?
So I think it's some sort of like tractor type.
Snowmobile.
No, it's something.
Mr. Plow.
It's something massive. Yeah, it's something huge though that he got like crushed underneath, and he was like, apparently he could like see his, like he was completely mashed up, like his face was destroyed, his body was
When
destroyed.
he was a kid.
No, like recently, like in the last
What?
5-10 years, yeah.
Jeremy Renner.
Yeah, and he
Really?
could see his eye, like there was so much pressure on his face when his face got like crushed that his eye came out and he could see his eye like hanging out his face.
Oh.
So like he got mashed up. That's why his like jaw is all messed up now. And
Oh,
yeah,
poor guy. I like
yeah.
him.
I like him
Yeah,
now.
what a legend.
But what?
Tag.
Yeah. I saw that film. It was pretty good.
Okay.
There you
cool.
go.
Epic.
Epic, very epic.
I watched a film last night, and not to spoiler it, but Spider-Man 2.
Oh,
Sick.
Sam Raimi.
Sam Raimi,
Sam Raimi.
yeah, famously of Spider-Man 1 fame and Spider-Man 3.
And
what was the other?
the Evil Dead series.
Evil Dead.
Yeah, some guy commented on
Yeah,
that
one of
YouTube.
our
really? Is
shorts
that what
was
they
like the
said?
Evil Dead series. Yola brain rotted as fuck, and I was like, yeah, it's fair.
Wait, what? Because we don't know that he did the Evil Dead series.
It's like, how is that brain rot? We're just
That's so funny.
uninformed.
But
Yeah.
Lath and I were talking about this yesterday, mate. It's so funny that in this film, so from Spider-Man 1, there's obviously time has passed in between, right? In that time, Mary Jane Watson has become like a supermodel. She's like an actor, a model.
Yeah.
Peter Parker can't hold his job down as a pizza delivery guy. He's failing all his classes. He gets fired. Sorry, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
I know they came out in 2004, 5 or something. But we were just thinking, like, how did we not notice at the time that this doesn't make sense?
They just made him inept. Like he's literally a superhero. and
He's
he can't-
Spider-Man.
He can't deliver pizza, nor can he get any grades, even though he's meant to be very smart and grades.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
nice.
grades. Yeah,
And he can't like
That's
turn
why
up,
they call me great.
because he can't
yeah.
turn up to his like girlfriend's like show on time.
Yeah.
He just fucking used every aspect of his life is
can't
crumbling
do
around
anything.
him.
All while having superpowers.
I'm like, brother, you could deliver these pizzas as Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Or just how about
He's there on his bike and he's like driving.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like-
but that's the premise of that game.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
the
yeah.
Spider-Man games, the old Spider-Man games was like you would just swing around delivering the pizzas.
Yeah,
Well,
sick.
that's what I mean.
It was
And
sick.
Do that, bro.
After about 15 minutes, he realizes he's running out of time and he's only got 3 minutes. So he's like, right, I'm going to do it as Spider-Man now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna deliver these pizzas now.
And
And
there's
it's
like
brother,
some
you-
kind of like dissonance. Like he
you
doesn't
could-
realize.
In the first film, you beat up these guys in like a wrestling match and made bread. Just go and do that.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
just lean into that. Become an athlete.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
literally a superhero, and you're just fucking up every aspect of your life. It's obviously to make us be like, yeah, Peter Parker's a fucking waste man.
Yeah.
No wonder he became Spider-Man and still has no mates. It's like, brother, how? Like, if I had your superpowers, I'd be a gangster.
He's more of a loser in the second one than he is in the
Yeah,
first one.
But then in the third one,
Oh, we were talking about this as well.
When he's
That's
like-
it.
yeah,
No, when he's like this, I remember being in the cinema just cracking up watching that.
I love how they make him a bad boy by dyeing his hair and giving him eyeliner.
Yeah.
And he's just like,
he's just like walking along.
he's
like-
just a bit of an emo. Like,
Yeah,
he's
he's
just a
walking
bit like
through
My
and-
Chemical Romance.
but
vibe.
he, yeah,
and he
he's,
plays the piano now.
yeah, and he's just a bit of a creep.
Yeah.
Doesn't he do something where he like turns around and like does? Oh no, that's in. I'm thinking of Bruce Almighty.
No, but
where-
he does that
does
as well.
that
and
as
he
well.
like makes a girl's skirt like fly up. No,
I think that's Bruce Almighty.
Oh
That's
no,
what-
that
that-
does
that-
sound like he does something like
But he
that
just
as well.
he points at some babes.
he points
he
at
goes
some
like
gal
this,
and then
he
starts
does that
humping the
little,
air,
like,
and he's like,
dance, like
"Yeah,
that.
you guys want this?" And they're like, "No, bro, you're a fucking creep. You look bare weird with your eyeliner." But in Bruce Almighty, he does turn around and like make some girl's skirt. That's bare weird. Why are they always doing
Well,
that?
if you look back at any of those films from that era, like that toxic masculinity thing with like American Pie and I don't know, South Park and all these things, they created this really weird, especially in America, this really weird brand of male.
Yeah.
Have you seen
Jeez, you're right.
No, sorry, I'm just yawning.
You're covering.
have you seen the documentary Trainwreck about the music festival about Woodstock '99? Have to watch this. It's absolutely incredible. But basically, it's chaos, and this festival just they bring on. Is it Limp Bizkit? Fred Durst? Is that?
I think so.
Yeah. Break Shit, you know that tune? He's like one of the first acts, and it brings up this like rage in all these guys, and so much mad shit happens at this festival. And they were speaking about it during it, that I think during that time in the late 90s, it was so messed up what was just acceptable in mainstream media, and it made this like brand of like bros who are just horrible humans.
Yeah, just in general, just bad people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just weird. All of that. When you go back and you see some of these like older films, you're like,
Yeah.
that is that is a bit
how,
creepy.
How
bro.
is that okay? Or
Like
how
that's
did
just
they get
that's
away
just a
with
bit
that?
booky, and then it's just like, well, that was just what it was like back then.
Yeah.
That's just what.
Yeah, and you go further back, you go into like the 60s and the 70s, and it's just like abusing women.
Yeah, it's just like
It's just,
domestic.
like,
it's like
bare
full
normal.
domestic violence. I've seen some like clips from old films where it's literally like child abuse in the film and like some sexual shit going on. And you're like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? This is in a
Obviously,
film.
Like outward racism and like obvious.
Yeah,
things
yeah,
like
yeah.
that,
I prefer inward racism.
Fuck's sake.